The clamour for Phil Foden over the last few days, because of the negativity and that performance against the USA, and Gareth didn't bring him on, and then the last, as I said, the last few days, everything, including myself, was on. Why didn't he involve him? Why didn't he bring him on? So he's now got to go out and justify that. The manager's put him in. He's given him his chance. It's now up to him in such a huge game.
What he brings as well, Phil Foden, he's got a little bit of guile. I mean, they're in the tunnel there, but the guile in this game, where Wales maybe quite deep in this game, but you're going to need someone with the imagination to unlock things, and he's a player who can do that.
How do you see it going, Ian?
Well, I think the first 15, 20 minutes, I think it's vital that they keep the shape, they keep what they're doing. And the worst thing happened to Wales if England scored early, because that would worry me a bit, just like Iran. But I think the first 20 minutes is get the crowd behind you and just hope that we can get a chance.
What do you want to see from England, Ria?
A fast start, aggressive on the front foot. Go and make this Wales team feel uneasy. Don't sit back and allow the American team pushed us back. And we can't allow Wales to do that today.
Well, I think from Wales' perspective, don't get sucked up into it and start, stretching your team and trying to press too high and too early.
Play deep.
I think we're better when we sit in, suck up the pressure a little bit, and then try and go and expose England at the back with people like Dan James.
This is going to be a wonderful atmosphere when the anthems, and I want England to use that energy, and I want them to go after Wales in the first 10 or 15 minutes and make a real statement.
OK, it's time to join our commentary team. If you're watching on BBC Wales, it's Simon Davis, Nia Jones and Neil Taylor. But for us, it's Jermaine Genius, Danny Gabidon and Guy Mowbray. Boyd, Air Team, Gorai, Eni.
Thank you, Gary. And good evening, everyone. Welcome to the 104th meeting of Wales and England. From 1879 to 2022, from the sleet and snow of the Kennington Oval to the heat and humidity of Qatar. Following that first clash of football pioneers, the Times of London reported that England were most pertinacious in their onslaughts. The style of language has changed, and for today's Wales, so must the narrative. It is they who must give them some Welsh sugar right from the start. And I'm sure that will apply to the singing of the national anthems. God Save the King will follow Land of My Fathers.
Your Highnesses, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, please rise if you can for the national anthem of Wales.
أصحاب السمو والمعالي، أصحاب السعادة، السيدات والسادة، يرجى الوقوف في حال القدرة لعزف النشيد الوطني لويلز.
National anthem of England.
والآن يرجى البقاء في حال الوقوف لعزف النشيد الوطني لإنجلترا.
Pride and passion abounds. Well, let's take a look at tonight's lineup, starting with Wales. For Wales, there's a first World Cup start. In goal for Danny Ward, with Wayne Hennessy suspended. It's a change to a back four. Regular fullback roles for Nico Williams and Ben Davies. As planned from the very start, Game 3 means a start for Joe Allen, fit after a hamstring injury. It's been over 2 months since he played for Swansea. And it's Dan James and Gareth Bale either side of Aaron Ramsey, with keeper Moore leading the way. Moore, a former England C international. The team made up of players from the National League and below. Well, those two know each other well. With Wales needing to beat the odds, perhaps there's an omen for them in referee Slavko Vincic of Slovenia. He was also the man for Saudi Arabia's win against Argentina last Tuesday. The VAR team is headed by Germany's Marco Fritz. Putting the external noise to one side, there's only one person who picks the England team, and this is what Gareth Southgate has gone with. A first appearance in the tournament for Kyle Walker, out since the start of October after groin surgery. Kieran Trippier drops out. Jordan Henderson starts for England for the first time since March, with Mason Mount making way. And those clamouring for Phil Foden's inclusion have got their wish in, along with Marcus Rashford, in the attacking positions either side of Harry Kane. Bukayo Saka and Raheem Sterling drop to the bench. One last hurrah maybe at a major tournament for Gareth Bale. He will hope not. He will give everything he's got for that not to be the case. And for Phil Foden, new beginnings at this tournament. One substitute appearance. Now he tries to push England on. Both sides will need to be better than in their last performances. For Wales, the 2-0 defeat to Iran that has left them really up against it. For England, the goalless draw against the United States. A game in which they only managed 8 attempts on goal and only forced 1 save from goalkeeper Matt Turner. Both sets of players take the knee, and now Wales will get the game started. A foreign land for a home international. Dragons against Lions. And I've got one of each alongside me in Danny Gabidon and Jermaine Jenas. Danny, the onus is on your boys for this one.
It certainly is, Guy. Now is the time for this Wales team. No more room for slip-ups or substandard performances. They really have to find their levels tonight up against an outstanding England side. And no pressure on this Wales team. No, the fans will be right behind them. And it's about them going out and kind of just executing the performance, executing the game plan. We'll just have to wait and see what happens, but it'll be a really difficult game for these Welsh boys. But I know one thing, they're going to give it 110%.
Jermaine, from an England perspective, what needs to be better?
Well, they clearly need to improve on that performance against USA. And I think when you come up against teams like Wales, you know they're going to raise their performance for the game. It's got so much on it from a Wales perspective, and you just got to be ready for that. Each set piece, expect that they've got something creative up their sleeves to try and catch you out. But more, you know, in my mind, I'm just thinking if they increase their energy levels, then there's no doubt they'll have enough. It's just whether they can do it.
There's Chris Mapham with a clear way back to Danny Ward. Ward came on for the dying stages of that Iran game. Couldn't do anything about the 2 goals after Wayne Hennessy was dismissed. Still the only red card at this tournament. And this is game 35/36 with the USA and Iran playing at the same time.
Bit of brilliant play there from John Stones, really composed on the ball. Nice start to the game. He's actually had a good tournament, John Stones, so far.
And there's Bellingham playing it to Stones once more. Stones. Familiar pattern for England as Stones and Maguire knock the ball between themselves.
Yeah, you can see with Wales, quite happy for England to have the ball in these areas. They're almost going to set up in a 4-4-2 type formation at times. Aaron Ramsey just behind Kiefer Moore. They're going to try and frustrate England and keep their lines as close as they can together so they don't allow those gaps for England's creative players to drop into and cause them problems.
There's Shaw. Gareth Southgate has kept Manchester United on the left and City on the right. Shaw and Rashford, Foden and Walker. Henderson. Walker hardly on the right in the early stages, though.
Yeah, it's interesting to see where he's almost playing his role that he plays for Man City early on in this game, where Pep likes him to go inside and act as almost an extra midfield player to create the overload and allow that width for Foden. I'm sure he'll be there when needed.
Stones. Rice, put under pressure by Ramsey. Harry Maguire. Worth just a quick refresher as to what's needed for both nations. England just need to win for first place in the group. A draw enough for first unless Iran win their game against the USA, or the USA win by a huge margin. And for Wales, well, they need to win. That is the be-all and end-all. And it's a win that's got to be coupled with a draw between the US and Iran, or they win by 4+ goals to go above England, which is the unlikely part. They've only scored 3 in total in the last 10 meetings of these nations.
You're just looking at Wales and they're quite happy to almost sit in a halfway line press, and I think the onus then will be when they win the ball back to try and counter-attack quickly. You look at the USA and the joy they had against England. They were very good on the counter-attack. Yes, the USA is slightly different to Wales in terms of the athleticism they have in their team, but Wales have always been at their best as a team, where they're very solid defensively, make it difficult for the opposition to break them down, and then they look to spring on the counter-attack with the pace of obviously Daniel James and Gareth Bale on his right-hand side. But you see, the tension of the football is going to be really important for us. When they win the ball back, they need to be really assured with their passing to help the team kind of get up the pitch.
Kept back in their own half for long periods of the match so far. No real danger, though, posed by either attack just yet. There's Joe Allen winning it, but he fired it in with far too much force for Ramsey. Henderson, beaten by Allen. And he bundled him over, and the referee has given a free kick for Wales.
Straight away you see the difference Joe Allen makes in that midfield area, just winning the ball back and then heads up, and he's looking to play forward into Aaron Ramsey. Yes, a bit of lack of appreciation on the pass, but then winning the ball back again quickly and drawing the foul.
Ward was made to hurry by Kane there. Shaw. Bellingham. Rice. Henderson. Plenty of time for Harry Maguire and co at the back. Plenty of space to move into as well. It's not a great touch from Rashford. Nico Williams was onto it, and then Rice was far too quickly into Ramsey. It's going to be a Wales free kick.
Good from Declan Rice, though. I think that's exactly what that Wales midfield are going to have to deal with all game. England are going to come after them. They're so dynamic in there with Henderson, Bellingham and Rice. There's no doubt the objective is just get the ball back.
Davis, it's gone out, and that's England's to throw back in. Dan James not given much of a chance with that. Ramsey. Kiefer Moore. Down with the first time pop forward, but he's got it imperfectly in between James and Ramsey.
Not quite getting the through ball correct, Gareth Bale, but that's the kind of patterns that we need to see from Wales when they win the ball back. Short in possession and then runners forward. Daniel James there just looking to spring off the back of Kyle Walker, which is going to be an interesting battle over on that far side.
Henderson. Over the head of Bellingham. Stones. Headed it into a free zone, and James was quickly there for Wales. Williams. Ampadu. Too high for James. Probably the right idea, though.
It certainly was. He was in a pocket of space over there, Daniel James. Just a poor ball, really, from Ethan Ampadu. But I think you're looking at England. I think when the ball goes into the midfield area, I think they will look to go and press the likes of Jordan Henderson, Jude Bellingham. But I do think Wales will be given time and space on the ball also, so need to take advantage of that.
Maguire. Walker. Didn't really help Bellingham with that pass. Walker in again, but only temporarily. Rice in. Kane plays it through, and Rashford is stopped by Ward. What a good advance from his goal that was.
Really was a good save from Danny Ward. He was out really quick off his line because the play from Harry Kane and Rashford was exquisite, really. It's the type of play that you expect. Harry Kane does this week in, week out in a Tottenham shirt, drops in deep, and he just needs runners.
Shaw into Rashford's feet and quickly returned to him.
Great to see, though, from Rashford's point of view. That inside run, that running just inside Nico Williams and Mepham, that will cause Wales a lot of problems. He's too quick.
Shaw. Kane unable to stretch. Walker will get to that ahead of James. It's a good race, though. Now Foden. Walker. Four in the middle. Waiting outside is Henderson. England quickening up their play now.
Yeah, and what's really interesting to see is that with England, it's almost like they're going to get their best opportunities in the counter-press. So when they actually do lose the ball, if they go after it straight away and win it back, there's more gaps and spaces to open up. That's two occasions there where the counter-presses work really well for them.
Declan Rice. England starting to play these passes higher up the field. Foden's got involved. Rashford, we've seen plenty involved. We've seen England play a patient game in both of their World Cup matches so far. Even in that 6-goal blast against Iran, it took a little while before the rhythm was flowing. Wales have got to be patient too, Danny, haven't they? It's no point going gung-ho from the off.
No, they can't. you know, you have to respect the opposition and the quality that they have. You see the chance there for Rashford, and Harry Kane just dropping into that kind of pocket. So you're looking at the two centre-backs, Chris Mepham, Joe Rodon. There needs to be that communication with the midfield in front. If he's going to drop into those areas, are you passing him on? Are you following Harry Kane in there? On occasion, bailed out by an excellent save by Danny Ward.
Pickford trying to find Kane. Only finding Joe Rodon. Nico Williams. Trying to curl one in for Gareth Bale, but it's nice and easy for Pickford. John Stones. Foden. It's Walker firing over to Shaw. Made to look effortless. And Shaw asks for and gets handball against Williams. And did just move slightly towards the ball.
Here's this chance, though. The weight of ball from Harry Kane is absolutely spot on, but you've got to give so much credit to Danny Ward, the keeper. He makes a decision, he commits to it. You can see clearly what Rashford's trying to do. He's just trying to lift it as he opens up his body. Keeper does really well, spreads himself, makes a big save.
Didn't have a great start to his Leicester City season, Danny Ward, but he's been excellent in the games leading up to this tournament. Rashford's wandering away. It's Luke Shaw who's going to put this one in, it seems. Right the way to the back. There's Foden waiting for the pieces. And Foden tries the not quite first timer, but a shot in double quick time.
Yeah, don't mind it though. From Phil Foden, seen him do this many a time. Just get the shot off, can catch the keeper out, just drags it wide.
It's his 20th England cap. He's only scored 2 goals, and they came in the one game. 4-0 against Iceland 2 years ago. Gareth Southgate's selections and his setup for the last game particularly criticised, as Ward cheaply puts the ball out of play. But he's his own man, is Gareth Southgate. He won't bow to what's being talked about outside, if he even listens to it at all. It's Bellingham finding Foden. Henderson. Played out by Ampadu. The early signs have been better for England. Foden can't get all the way through. Back with Rice. Further back with Stones. First sounds of the red wall starting to get into full cry.
Just trying to get the team going a little bit. It's a little bit too passive from Wales. Quite happy to kind of sit in that shape. You see the difference with England when it's in that midfield area. Quickly they spring on the press to win the ball back. Not quite as lively from Wales. Just allowing England a little bit too much time and space on the ball.
Shaw beats Bale to it. Kane. A nudge from Chris Mepham. A free kick for England.
Yeah. It's not clever, that, from Chris Mepham. He should know Harry Kane better than that. It's really smart from the England captain. just waiting for that challenge. It's just rash to clear foul.
No need really, JG. He gets tight initially, which is good. And then he just wants a little nibble at it. No need really, just keep your distance there. Force him across the field.
Yeah, Rashford will be eyeing this up as well.
And in those first 2 games, this would have been Kieran Trippier. Somebody else gets a shot at the shy today.
Well, he's walked away from it. Try something new. Looks like a set-piece routine.
Captain of Liverpool. He's almost a second captain on the field for England. He's orchestrating affairs. Rice or Shaw, right or left? Shaw seems to be the one who's setting it.
I don't know whether it's going to be a direct one. I feel like they're going to try and do something here. Maybe clip it to the back post or lay it into someone to set on the edge of the box. There's something happening.
Well, Maguire's at the back. And he's on his toes already. And that's where it's going from Shaw. Maguire unable, though, to direct it back into the mix. He thinks it should have been a corner. He's adamant.
Yeah, you can see what they're trying to do. That Harry Maguire is so strong at that back post, but in fairness to Ethan Ampadu, just does enough. I mean, I think he does head it onto the back of Ampadu. A difficult one for the officials to call.
Ampadu doing really well in the end on that far post, but that's not a matchup I want to see too often because it's a bit of a mismatch for me. We know how well Maguire attacks the ball, so that's something Wales will have to look at. England get another set piece.
Stones puts it out. Wales with the chance to play some football in the England half. Not for long, though. It's all the way back to Ward. Kane will make him play this as quickly as he can, and he did. There's Mepham. Stones. Rice. Will the scoreline in the other game have any sort of effect for Wales, Danny? Just thinking if it stays goalless in both for ages, then there might be the chance for one last charge.
Quite possibly, but I don't think the players will be thinking about that too much. It's about what they do with their performance here. Yes, they need help elsewhere, but I'm sure the full concentration over the last couple of days has been on this England team and how they can pick a result up.
Good reaction from Davis to get to the ball before Phil Foden. Now it's Moore against Walker. And Walker was there. And Moore had to wrap his leg around him. Free kick for the England man.
Yeah, just late to that one. Moore, clear foul. I think from Wales' point of view, you'd be thinking just keep it tight as long as you possibly can, and then, you know, if you can get to as far as 60, 70 minutes at 0-0, then you throw everything at it, don't you?
It's got to be about staying in the game. You know, you're taking the game in stages, really. You know, you get for the first 15, 20 minutes hopefully unscathed, and you try and get a foothold, a bit of confidence in the game, and you can adjust kind of the game plans, how the game is then going.
Declan Rice. Foden has started to come in from the right-hand side. Here he is. Outside him is Walker. Maguire. Shaw. Rice. Shaw's got it back to him. Shaw's put it over. Henderson was waiting with his arm in the air for an age, and then the bounce of the ball deceived him. Walker to Rice. Rice urged to have a shot by England supporters. Across the face where Wales are able to repel it, but England was starting to find a bit of a fluency there. Jordan Henderson a little unfortunate.
Yeah, really good from England now, knocking it around with a lot of confidence and pace as well. Having that ability today to be able to slow the game down and speed it up when necessary is going to be really important.
Free kick England.
But all their passing's been really crisp throughout the team.
Davis on Henderson. Another chance for England to load the box. The heavy loads being Stones and Maguire. Maguire's right in the thick of the mix this time, standing in front of Danny Ward. Ball was on the move. It came his way. I think he mistimed his jump. It may have been way over him. Rashford. Rashford has a go and takes out Nico Williams. He got that absolutely full on. It's like taking a blow from a middleweight.
Excellent defending from Nico Williams. You just see here, powerful shot from Rashford, looking to find that far corner, but he just gets himself down the line of the shot there. Nico Williams does the job of his goalkeeper almost. Brave defending.
It just depends sometimes where it catches you on your head, don't it? if it hits you right on the top of your head, you're just dizzy.
All the protocols will have to be followed now.
Exactly, I think that's what's happened now. I think instantly he's just felt lightheaded and they're doing the right thing, making sure he's all right. Lovely little look from Harry Kane there. Does that all the time. Didn't think Rashford got much wrong there. I was asking him to lift it instantly when he gets into that position. It was either that or go round the goalkeeper.
It was good from Danny Ward, actually. He was out really quickly, just narrowed down that space. You're looking at the finish and possibly could have gone under Danny Ward, but he did the right thing. Excellent save in the end.
Nico Williams is going to be okay. It's a good job they've taken time and gone through the necessary checks. Let's tell you what's coming up tomorrow. Another busy day, really busy across BBC One and BBC Two. Tunisia against France from 2:30 on One, and at 2:45 if you prefer, there's a lot on Australia against Denmark on BBC Two, and then later on it's Poland against Argentina, 6:30 on BBC One, and from 6:45 on Two, Saudi Arabia against Mexico. D-Day in those two groups. The legend and our colleague at this tournament, Ian Rush, has found himself a comfy seat for this one. Walker. Maguire. Williams, fully recovered. Kiefer Moore, it was always going to be difficult.
That is going to be the difficulty for Wales when they win the ball back, how they can work their way up the field. Difficult ball down the line there for Kiefer Moore, who is more than capable, but got to find a way. Wales, when they win the ball back, are trying to play through the units, try to play through England. Haven't seen too much of Gareth Bale or Aaron Ramsey on the ball as of yet.
Foden. Now Walker. Little drop of the shoulder. Threw Aaron Ramsey off. Davis trapped by Foden, and Davis used all his experience there, just felt a little tap. Down he went.
Yeah, wanted to foul Ben Davis. Didn't take much from Foden, did it? Two England players converging on him. Clever play in the end from Ben Davis.
Aaron Ramsey, along with Joe Allen, Gareth Bale, Ben Davis, all played in the Euro 2016 meeting in Lens. Walker and Kane were in the England starting lineup that day. England 2, Wales 1. You may remember Wales taking the lead with a Bale free kick. Jamie Vardy and Daniel Sturridge hit back for England. It's just the second ever meeting of the nations on foreign soil, neutral soil. Moore did well to collect it and keep it up to a point. Kane trying to do similar. Ramsey gets into tackle just as Kane was looking for the pass to Rashford.
Yeah, it's a really good tackle from Aaron Ramsey, because he was just about to try and slot in Rashford. Just waiting for him to make the run.
Henderson has now brought down his former Liverpool colleague, I'm sure somebody who looked up to Jordan Henderson when he was breaking through the ranks at Liverpool, Nico Williams.
Yeah, he's fired up, Jordan Henderson. You can hear him screaming to his teammates as the game's going on to press.
Davis. Given away by James. Almost giving it straight back, and in fact he has brought down John Stones. You could hear how much that hurt.
Just late into the tackle, Daniel James, and just a touch from John Stones just invited the tackle a little bit, and just not quite on the same wavelength there. Daniel James looking to play a first-time ball around the corner into Kiefer Moore. Probably should have been in that position to receive.
It wasn't a bad ball, was it?
No.
It's one of those where if the ball's on that side of the pitch and you're struggling as a team, I want that ball around the corner already. I want my striker over on that side of the pitch so I can put it into his feet, and he has to hold it up for me. I think Wales could do that a little bit better. Just get the ball into Kiefer Moore, win some free kicks, try and get themselves up the pitch.
So caution for James. Caused by his own errant touch, really. It's a similar sort of situation that saw him sent off for Chelsea, or for Leeds rather, against Chelsea at the back end of last season.
Yeah, but if I'm honest, we probably didn't see enough of that from this Wales team in the first two games, particularly around where at times the team got bullied. Didn't see enough players running around making tackles, fouls as well. Certainly look more up for it tonight.
Here's Henderson. Bellingham is drifting forward. Rice. Shaw. Challenged by Matham on Bellingham. It's broken to Rice now. Foden's trying to stay on the right-hand side. And Foden has almost got through.
Just a poor return from Jordan Henderson. Nicked it around him nicely, Phil Foden.
On it again, followed by Rodon. Just so quick, Phil Foden.
Yeah.
That's why there was such a clamour from supporters to get him in the team. There's Maguire, and that was... it's going to go for a throw-in. You stick to heading, Harry, eh?
Yeah, he just kept going and going, didn't he? It was just like, right, what am I doing here now? Put a little bit too much on it, shall we say. I don't mind him coming forward with the ball. It's how he kind of got his name initially, Harry Maguire, driving with the ball from defensive areas, but he just needed to take a little bit off that one, I think.
7 England goals, 6 of those have been with his head. Rashford. Cleared by Mep. Nobody there.
Need to settle down a bit there. A couple of loose passes from Rashford and Henderson. Don't know whether they're getting a bit frustrated now, which is exactly what Wales would want.
Grealish, Saka and Trippier look relaxed enough. Jack Grealish might have not had many minutes in this tournament, but every clip you see seems to be having the time of his life.
He always is. That's what we love about him.
And a World Cup goal against Iran. Bellingham's making himself available. Maguire. Shaw. Rashford. Shaw was running away. Ramsey, he's given it away. Rice. Foden. Henderson to Rice. Walker's there. Walker sets himself for the ball into the box where Chris Mepham was waiting for it.
Nice ball as well. Harry Kane just kind of ran himself underneath the ball. It was right on the spot where I'm sure Kyle Walker was looking to put it in.
And Nico Williams is still feeling the effects of that ball that he took pretty much right on top of his head.
Yeah, it just looks like he's struggling. Brave defending it was. So often you see defenders in that kind of situation when a player's taking a shot on there, very quick to kind of turn their body. They don't want to put themselves in front of the ball, but he was the complete opposite, right down the line of the shot and taking it fully on the top of the head and still feeling the effects by the looks.
If he is struggling with that and feeling effects, then really, and we had this in the opening game against Iran with the Iranian goalkeeper, didn't we? I know it wasn't as severe as that, but still, he has to go. He has to go off.
Well, that's exactly right. You just got to listen to the advice that the medical team are giving you. And I think having gone down again for a second time tells the story itself. So I think the medical team will make the correct decision.
That was it. And some watching at home won't think that's much,
it's
but
where
that was travelling.
It's where it hits you as well. If that catches him on his forehead or even in his face, he'd probably be okay. But because it's right on top of his head, it just has a different impact. And that's obviously what's caused the issue for Nico Williams.
Well, Connor Roberts is ready. And the Burnley man will come on shortly. And Nico Williams has been brave enough at this tournament. He doesn't need to be any more stoic than he's already been.
Well, he's been fantastic, and I think the player has to maybe take control of this situation a little bit as well. The importance, the magnitude of this game. There can be no passengers, so if Nico doesn't feel right, he needs to get himself off. Able deputy and Connor Roberts waiting to come on.
But you're never going to do that, are you, Gavin?
Well, you're not.
That's the problem. Yeah, I think as a player, you're never coming off the pitch, so it just has to be taken out of your hands.
No,
unfortunately,
I think the medical staff have to take control, and Sean Connolly knows all about this. A right back himself in his playing days.
Why is he going to come off? It's a massive game. He's not going to want to come off.
He's going off now, and it's a rotten end for Nico Williams. But you know what? One of his last acts of the tournament. We think. Let's not go there yet. His last acts of this game was to stop an England attack.
We didn't go there, guy. You did.
Okay. Roberts for Williams.
Yeah, I feel for him. Nico Williams. As you said, Gavi, giving everything in his shirt, always does for club and country.
And that's gone down as a suspected concussion substitution, which means one more available for both sides. And that's going to be a free kick for Wales.
He does a fantastic job defensively, Kiefer Moore, wins so many headers for his team. How good he is attacking end of the pitch, but he does a fantastic job for Wales on the defensive side as well.
Ward looks for more. Hoops it on, intending to find James. There is James finding Ramsey. No free kick for Rice on Moore. And there's Bellingham to Foden. Kane and Rashford over on the left. Into Bellingham, lovely touch. Bellingham, Foden. Too high. But just for a moment there, England looked too good.
Wow, this is slick. Sharp movement. Look at that flick from Jude Bellingham. Back into him. And you just knew that Foden was going to get a shot off. So quick, so sharp, just trying to bend it into that far corner, just leaning back slightly. But that's what England can do. And they really turn it on and go through the gears. They can just cut through you with the pace that they have and the quality.
Roberts into the game. Ramsey. Bale. Shaw is there to help out Maguire, but he might not have helped out England because he's given it to Ampadu. Ramsey. Walker stops him shooting. Joe Allen has a go and Rice stopped him. Rashford. Happy to run at Mepham. Rice. Foden. Rodon dealt with it before it reached Kane. There's Rashford now. Rashford couldn't go all Richarlison on us.
Well, he's got it in the locker. There's a little bit of fortune here with the deflection into Rashford, but I don't blame him at all for taking this on. Just comes off his shin.
Gets that little bit of luck with the deflection, Marcus Rashford, but I'm just looking at Connor Roberts and Chris Mepham there. Two players really essentially marking one. Need to get that communication right. Who's marking who? Can't be allowed that time and space inside the 18-yard box.
There's just a little glance there as well into when Wales do try and maybe get forward and play, that England can just catch them out. It's that kind of cat and mouse situation that Wales are constantly in this game.
There's Bellingham. Here's Foden. Now Kane. Rashford. Back came Roberts to block. There were three waiting. Yeah, and it seems as though we're now waiting for an England breakthrough.
Yeah, exactly that guy. The spaces are starting to open up. England are picking up some good second balls in good areas. Just could Rashford pick out the right pass? I think Bellingham's the one that he was going for at the back post, as you can see here. It just comes off his heel, doesn't catch it right.
Foden's on the corner. Maguire's up for it. We're getting a variation of the bus stop, the love train, however you want to term it. Didn't work for England that time. It might in a roundabout way. Rashford. And Davis is forced to knock it behind due to the pressure. And that pressure is ramping up on Wales now.
Yeah, you can slowly feel it starting to crank up from England's point of view. They've had their kind of phases of play where they've just kept the ball. And you sense that there's something that can happen now.
Over it comes, and it's firmly repelled by Joe Rodon. And there has been a goal in the other game in the group. And the USA lead Iran by a 0-0. Chelsea's Christian Pulisic has got it. And that means the USA would go above Iran into second place and qualify with England. It also means the only scenario for Wales is they've got to win by 4 or more in this one. But it can all turn round again. At the moment, Wales' only mission is to make sure this is goalless at the break.
Yeah, so far so good. Just get that sense that England are starting to turn the screw. Wales have had to work really hard in this first half out of possession, haven't really been able to link anything together in an attacking sense.
It's Maguire to Stones. The USA versus Iran. Try and keep the politics out of sport in that one. Maguire. Foden coming in. A nigh on impossible task to keep it in.
Yeah, it was a poor ball from Harry Maguire, because it's on, and that ball's on all the time, but he's just... The way he hit it, it was always going away from Phil Foden, and it should have been curving towards him. It's an area of the pitch that England can exploit, because they have good movement on that right-hand side.
Amr Ohid. Wales are still here. I suspect even if this is the end game tonight, a lot of them will still be here for a week or two more.
And it wouldn't surprise me. Fans have really enjoyed themselves. Just delighted to see Wales playing at a World Cup. It's been so long. Irrespective of this result, or whatever the result is, tremendously proud of the players and what they've achieved really over the last 6-7 years.
There's been a lot of them enjoying the red line in Doha, so I've been told.
Yeah.
I've heard about this place. JJ, have you been there or not?
Oh, guys has exposed himself a little bit there.
There's Kane. Shaw. Bellingham. Declan Rice was ordering Shaw out of his way. He didn't get the message quickly enough. Bellingham. Roberts puts it behind, England corner.
He's the key for me, Jude Bellingham, because he's almost the free spirit in the side. He can go where he wants, he drifts up on the left, he makes runs into the box. He's the one that I think is going to cause a lot of confusion in that defensive line.
Foden's corner. 3 of them stopped Harry Maguire. There's Bale. Haven't seen him again tonight, but it's not been that sort of game yet for Wales. He might well come into his own later.
Well, he only needs one moment. We know that. He's done it time and time again, but it's just been really difficult to get, well, any of the attacking players on the ball. England have done a good job when they have lost the ball. They've been very quick to hunt the ball back. Wales haven't shown enough quality in possession.
Shaw.
I know, Gareth, and he'd have been practicing free kicks all week, just waiting for one moment.
And it might well come.
Yeah.
We're going to have at least 5 more minutes added. Most of that, pretty much all of that, was for the delay for treatment to Nico Williams, who's gone off, replaced by Connor Roberts as a concussion substitute. It's Rice. And there is Rashford for England. Kane, nicely taken. Henderson was demanding the ball. Rashford has got it instead and then given it straight to Dan James. In goes Walker. Free kick for Wales.
Just halting potential Wales attack there. Kyle Walker following Dan James right across the pitch. Wales managing to get 2 or 3 passes in, and as soon as Daniel James gets his head up, though, the tackle's coming in.
Here's Roberts. How fearless do Wales want to be in this stoppage time period? Got the chance on the ball in England's half. Half-time looming, but we can see Brennan Johnson getting ready to come on for Wales. I suppose they'll make the change before half-time, unless they absolutely have to.
Yeah, you have to think that's a possible injury to one of the forward players. Everyone seems to be moving okay to me.
Ward. Walker's coming for that. Allen. Given straight to Jordan Henderson. Kane. Bellingham. Pass a little behind him. Here's Shaw. And that doesn't reach anybody in white. Maguire. Great determination to get there before more. Kane. Kane's had a go and Maguire was in the way of it. Corner's been given.
Yeah, it looked like it hit Harry Maguire. You can see the Kane's just trying to shift it, wait for a yard. I think it did. Just stopping, trying to get that yard. Just comes off the heel of Harry Maguire. I think it goes out for a corner.
This is an England bonus.
It's the one thing in this first half that England played really well. They'll be reasonably pleased. I think they'll feel they just could have worked the goalkeeper a little bit more.
Foden to the back for Stones, and Ward has it and holds it.
And confident goalkeeping, easy one in the end for him. He'd had a back across goal, could have been awkward.
It's obviously an area that England feel Wales are weak.
Yeah.
Whether they've highlighted Ampadu at that back post quite a lot. Harry Maguire's done it, John Stones on this occasion. In fairness to Ethan Ampadu, he's stood the test so far.
Yeah, and he's just got a blow. It's only a glancing blow, this one. There's no need for prolonged treatment here, but Ethan Ampadu needed a bit of a break. He's okay. This was how it happened.
Yeah, just gets the first contact, and
it's the
John
leg
Stones,
coming around,
coming in behind as well.
Danny Ward will get this up and away as far as he possibly can. Moore. Ramsey. Roberts. Rashford very quickly into tackle, and a little bit from Connor Roberts that possibly wasn't necessary. The referee is going to have a word with him, and a brief word with Rashford too. It's not been played like that at all. Oh, Connor Roberts showing some fire. Well, Bale's coming for the throw, and Roberts has told him to get back into the box. That's where this has to go. We are in the 5th minute of stoppage time. Oh, something different. And here's Allen. Allen's effort is high and wide, but neatly worked by Wales. All England expecting that to be hurled into their penalty area.
Yeah, England expecting a long throw-in. Even I was expecting a long throw-in, but well worked into Chris Mepham. Nice ball into Joe Allen. Back inside onto that left foot. Catches it really well. Always rising. Good moment for Wales, though.
So it's goalless at half-time. England largely on top, but perhaps they haven't created as much as they would have wanted to. But a little flurry from Wales at the end to show they are very much in this as a contest, and they're fighting for their World Cup lives. We're going to be entertained by a half-time show now. Chesney Hawkes live on the field. I'll hand you back to the one and only Gary Lineker and co.
No singing here unless Alan Shearer starts. He does like a sing-song occasionally. Well, with USA winning in the other game at present against Iran, as it stands, England will go through as group winners on goal difference and would face Senegal on Sunday. However, Wales would be out unless they can go on to beat England by 4 or more goals in the second half. Big ask. A reminder that second place, which is currently the USA, will take on the Netherlands as it stands, of course. Well, England have very much dominated, haven't managed to score a goal yet, but overall they've played pretty well.
Yeah, they've done all right, I think. They've got to try and turn possession into goals. You've got to try and England's best moments, I feel, have been when Wales have actually attacked them. You've got to try and draw them out because they're getting that many men behind the ball. It's very difficult to break them down. So when they do attack and then England win the ball back and hit them quickly and move it quickly and pass it, that's when they've caused them problems. And I'm pretty sure that's what Gareth will be trying to say to them at half-time.
Yeah. Ian, Wales have stayed in the game, and that's what they've got to do, isn't it?
Yeah, I think they've defended really well. There's a long 45 minutes to go again, because there come a stage where Wales will have to take a chance because they need to score a goal to win the game. So I think they've defended really well, but it's going to be a long second half.
Yeah, they need Iran to equalise and to pinch one at the end. It's still on.
Yeah, no panic at all. it can still be done. I'm not panicking one bit at all. No. I think that, you know, what we spoke about earlier, they're in the game. They're playing much better today. There's a few tackles flying in, which is nice to see. They're soaking up a bit of pressure. It's funny because the same thing that I think Wales would like, you know, to suck England out and try and go, is what you're saying about England. But I think they've defended well. They've defended the box well, and they're staying in a better shape today.
They certainly have. A few statistics, though, Rio. Wales, 9 passes in the final third. England, 104. Passes in the opposition half, 38 for Wales, 218 for England. Possession, 75%. England, 25%. Wales, 17 touches in the box for England, none for Wales. But no goals.
Yeah, no goals. But I think one aspect that Gareth will be pleased with is they've controlled the game. I think that's what Gareth likes. He doesn't want to take many risks and chances, and controlling everything in the game has been a big part. They haven't allowed Wales to get any rhythm, any possession at all. And like the guy said, when Wales have got a little bit of the ball and England have pressed them and bounced off of that, in them transitions they look dangerous.
And one of those led to probably the best chance of that half, didn't it? Marcus Rashford's opportunity, one-on-one. Good goalkeeping. Yeah, very good goalkeeping. I thought the goalkeeper was very quick off his line, which maybe surprised Marcus, but I think the initial play and lead up to it was exactly the way that England want to see things happen. Win the ball in the turnover. Declan Rice does magnificently well here, pounces, anticipates, and the run and the identifying of the space from Rashford was supreme. Just to finish, you may want to see a little bit more from him. Think he should have perhaps dragged it round him?
Yeah, I think
round
so,
the goalkeeper, get a penalty, red card.
He's running at pace, isn't he? So he knows the keeper, or we know that the keeper can't touch it then if he just knocks it past him.
Yeah, just go
it's
wide.
Good save, though.
Get wide there, you're going to get a foul at least and a penalty.
I think so.
Yeah.
Very good save.
But good goalkeeping from Ward.
Yeah, definitely. That's a concern for me, that Rashford run from out to in. I know Nico Williams has gone off now and Connor Roberts is on, but that's a major concern because he looks so sharp coming off the wing.
Yeah. You mentioned, Alan, that it's easier when Wales are out. I think the first example of that led to a really brilliant bit of England play on the counter-attack.
Yeah, the one touch and two touch, the way they had the confidence, if you like, the little couple of flicks and tricks around the corner. You can see how many men England are committing forward there. A little flick there from Bellingham.
And this
Bellingham.
one.
And another one there into Foden. It's really exciting, quick football, which it's very difficult to defend against when England do that, or when any team does that.
Brilliant from Bellingham. It's interesting on Bellingham because those that are old enough will remember Duncan Edwards, born in the same part of the world. And apparently everyone thought that he was going to be one of the greatest midfield players ever, and sadly died in the Munich air crash, of course. And what a player.
Yeah, fabulous. But I mean, we've just seen glimpses today, but he's getting the licence to roam a little bit. And I think if you're going to have any criticism of England, maybe you'd think about having a more a player that can come in and do a bit more. Like Henderson's in there for the security, understand that, but a Grealish or Foden more central maybe could be something that can unlock
the Welsh midfield was always the concern. Alan's made a difference, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's been fantastic. He's our best player. He's just holding there. Maybe Ampadu would like to get forward, but he's not been allowed to. But I think in the middle there, Joe Allen is protecting that back four.
You've been watching Harry Kane very closely.
Yeah, I mean, you know how much I think of Harry and how good a player he is.
Plays too deep sometimes, do you think?
Yeah, sometimes. I mean, I know he likes doing it. It's a big part of his game, and of course he set the Rashford chance up. But also is that when he's up there like that, they've got to ping the ball into him. But I would be a little bit concerned in terms of where he is and when balls are coming into the box, because I think he should be attacking the near post there.
Yeah, someone should do that. Yeah,
someone's got to be there, and he's hanging out there. He's waiting for someone to pick him. And of course, on a similar one also, when he comes forward, that ball could go in there. But then look where he is when Harry Maguire is trying to cross the ball. Yeah. I get it. I understand it. That what he's trying to do.
It is his game, isn't it?
It is his game, and he's very good at doing it. But again, when he's in there and he's trying to be that focal point, I think that ball can be pinged up to him like that a little bit quicker to get the best out of him.
Yeah. Okay. How big a miss will Nico Williams be?
Well, it's unfortunate for him. He's obviously blocked the shot and
yeah,
you know,
brilliant block. I mean,
yeah,
very,
it was a
very
great piece of defending, and it's not you know he's hit it and he's hit it with some force, not too far.
It's hit the top of his head as well. Yeah, he's dipped it, hasn't he? Not the forehead.
He's put his head down, so it's a shame for him. But Connor Roberts is on, and he's the normal right back anyway. It's a shame for him.
Alan, this is one of your pet hates, isn't it? What the way the game is. You think there should be a temporary substitute, allow 10 minutes to be playing, and then if he's OK, can go back on in place of that substitute.
It has to come. I would say to IFAB, what on earth are you waiting for? Because everyone is under pressure then to make a decision. You've got the doctors and the physios are on the pitch trying to buy a little bit of time. If they were able to get him off for 10 minutes, assess him, bring someone on, and then make their mind up there rather than being put under huge pressure on the
rugby,
pitch.
don't they?
Yeah, they do. Yeah. What are they waiting
common
for?
sense.
What on earth
sense.
is IFAB waiting for? Do it now.
Yeah. We've got a little bit of the touch map of Wales, but we obviously know they're playing deep. They're playing a game that hoping for a late winner or something.
No, it's fine. I'm fine with it. I'm absolutely. That's what I said before the game. I think that we need to sit in and be. First and foremost is don't take yourself out of the game. Stay in the game for as long as possible, which they've done up to half time. We know that we're going to be deep. I think that we play better football when we sit in a little bit. And yeah, okay, we haven't had the lion's share of possession, which is fine. I think we're all happy with that. Yeah. Joe Allen had the shot towards the end of
Let's have a look at it. You've queued it up nicely, and well, I think Jordan Pickford might have had it covered. Watch this. It's a wide shot.
Just keep it warm. Just keep it warm. It's something. He hasn't had anything to do, has he?
I don't think I've ever seen a goalkeeper that dives for balls that are going miles wide or high than as much as Jordan Pickford. Great stuff. Yeah. Ian, we spotted someone in the crowd that's a ringer for you.
Is it?
Yeah, have a look. Oh, is it your twin brother?
I think it's John Aldridge.
There you go. Look at that fella there. Yeah. Next to Didier Drogba.
Yep.
You've still got your pace, haven't you? You whizzed back up to the studio.
You have to get back.
You're getting excited there. Look, you're a few nervous twitching.
Wales are attacking their own end of
half. Have you ever wondered how to win a World Cup? I never stop.
Do you win the World Cup?
Do it your way, whatever it is, but just do it differently.
It's the pinnacle of the beautiful game. But what's the secret to this elusive formula?
Small things decide the games.
Hear the facts.
What did just happen?
Feel the passion.
You need to give your all. Everybody wants to get their hands on it.
As legends explain.
Now you're in trouble.
How to win the World Cup. Available to watch now on BBC iPlayer.
The Match of the Day Top 10 World Cup specials are available now on iPlayer and BBC Sounds. Keep up to date with all the latest news on the BBC World Cup Daily podcast. Listen on BBC Sounds. France versus Tunisia is our next live game tomorrow. A bit of Mbappe, we love that. BBC One at 2:30.
So, you love a dramatic game. That's excellent. Then stick with BBC One after the match for The Traitors. 22 players with one goal to win up to £120,000. But hidden amongst them, 3 traitors who want to steal it all.
No!
Expect trickery, tension and betrayal.
Not a traitor, I swear on everything!
Could you spot a traitor? Let the mind games begin.
Let's bring you up to date with what's been happening in the Iran-USA game. Your commentator, Steve Wilson.
Robinson. And Ware. Yunus Musa's little clip ball in, and the header was won and won well. Pulisic in the air with a very good header, actually. Sargent hits it. This will come to Ware. But he had so much more time than that. Serginho Dest. It's come to Josh Sargent and driven over the top of the crossbar by Ware, and composure deserted him here.
McKennie. Dest has made the run, trying to get in behind Safi. Pulisic! Christian Pulisic scores for the United States. And Pulisic, at some personal cost, has put them in front.
A potentially huge goal for USA. As it stands, a reminder, England will go through as group winners on goal difference and would face Senegal on Sunday. Wales will be out, of course, unless they can go on to beat England by 4 or more goals in the second half, or Iran equalise, and then they only need 1, possibly if England don't score. And a reminder that second place, which is currently the USA, will take on the Netherlands. Gareth Southgate, will he make changes? He's generally doesn't like to make 2 changes early. Lots of managers we've seen in this competition have sometimes done it at half-time. We've seen Brazil do it frequently, haven't we?
Well, look, the one thing I'm sure he's looking at is what Rio said a little bit earlier, is that if you're going to take one off, it would be perhaps one of the midfielders, probably Henderson, just to get that little bit more creativity into that midfield. Who's someone who
would you bring on?
Have that pass? Maybe a Grealish or a Mount, or just to unlock that defence, because it's so tight in there that you need that piece of magic, that bit of guile with a pass.
Sorry. I suppose it's a shame in some ways that Maddison has only just started training again, because this sort of game with his twists and turns and his little bit of creativity would be perfect.
Yeah, he's the one player in the squad, other than even putting a Foden back in it. I'd like to see Foden more central, but Maddison has got that vision and that creativity and that personality and character to play those passes and take risks. But I still think those runs in behind the fullbacks as well from the wide players are going to be very important.
Rob Page, more of the same, I imagine, and just kind of wait. How long until they actually have to go for a goal? And obviously they need a bit of help elsewhere as well.
Yeah, I think that they can't do much more, can they? No, they've done really well so far, and I think we're looking for maybe a Gareth Bale free kick specialist or something. That's most probably our best chance.
Yeah, I think, and also I think I wouldn't mind seeing someone like a Brennan Johnson come on. Maybe to go in behind a little bit more, but they just focus on this next 45 minutes and do exactly what they've done. Wait for that one chance and try and take it.
Is there a point where do you think he'll say to them, right, this is we change our plan, or do you just?
I think you just kind of feel it. You know, at some point you can't just keep sitting back for the whole time. You've got to wait for that one special moment, or that once the game gets on a little bit, you start to push, which is dangerous because then you open up.
It'll open up. I'm pretty sure it'll open
most games have, haven't they? Most games have this. A lot of games have been like a little bit cagey, and then one team maybe on top, but then the second half, obviously, his players get a little bit tired. The game gets a little bit stretched.
I think it's just like a knockout stage now, isn't it? The third game, just like a knockout. You've got to do something to change if you're going to win a game.
It's when the World Cup really starts, really, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. But I think today in this game, England don't have to go gung-ho. They're cruising. They're going to qualify. They don't need to really open up and risk too much. And I think that's the way that Gareth will be approaching this too.
Ashley, have you been texting Rob Page?
No.
Brennan Johnson apparently might be coming on. We think he's coming on. We're not sure. We're not sure yet. There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, you're a genius. Gareth Bale off.
Well, I'd like to see what this young lad can do. To be honest, in this game.
I don't know if there's anything wrong with Gareth Bale, but I mean, he wasn't really involved in the first half at all.
He's going to be some player this one as well.
Yeah, he's a talented, very talented player. Right, back to go for the second half. It's still all to play for. Let's rejoin our commentary team. Simon Davis, Nia Jones and Neil Taylor on BBC Wales. And for ourselves, Jermaine Genus, Danny Gabidon and Guy Mowbray.
Thank you, Gary. Yeah, that Wales change. Brennan Johnson of Nottingham Forest has replaced Gareth Bale, and we are thinking that is because of an injury of some sort to the Welsh captain, because they did have Brennan Johnson ready for the last 5 minutes of that first half. Now, Johnson for Bale. We had the earlier change of Roberts for Williams. England are as they were at the start, and the scoreline is as we were at the start. It's Wales 0, England 0. We need a little bit more to get enthused about in the next 45 minutes, although Chesney was good, Jermaine.
Yeah, he was great. He was a great guy, thanks.
Took you right back to your youth.
Appreciate that.
I was loving it.
Yeah, was you up and about?
There's Kiefer Moore. There's Ben Davies to try and win it. Rashford finds Henderson. Rashford has made that pretty easy for Joe Rodon. Aaron Ramsey has, as you'd expect, taken over the captain's armband from Bale.
Yeah, big blow for Wales, that. Gareth Bale having to come off. such a key player for Wales, but what an opportunity for Brennan Johnson. A lot of people saying that he is the future of Welsh football. What an opportunity for him to come on in a game of this magnitude. Can he be the hero? Can he be the match winner?
Good scrapping by Ramsey. And whatever happens today, we will see Bale in a Welsh shirt again, I'm sure. He was asked the question, actually, yesterday. If you go out, is this your last game for Wales? One word, nope. Absolutely not. There's a nudge from Johnson. The referee is going to give a free kick for that on Luke Shaw.
Yeah, it is a foul, but I like that straight away. And Ramsey getting on the ball, head up, and Brennan Johnson making that run in behind. Yes, nudge in the back of Luke Shaw, but what he will do, if you can get Brennan Johnson on the ball, he is fearless. You'll have no other thought in his mind but getting into those 1v1 situations against Luke Shaw and looking to get the better of him.
Johnson, a former England under-17.
Made the right choice in the end, guy.
Dad David played for England B when there was such a thing.
I actually made my debut. 19-year-old up against his dad. He was playing for Ipswich Town at the time. Took home the sponsors man of the match as well. So
always makes you feel it a bit when you're talking about players' dads, doesn't it?
It does.
Henderson. It's Walker to Stones. And here's Maguire. Looks to me from the off as though it's been a familiar half-time story for England as Phil Foden tries to drift through everybody. Yeah, and Foden brought down just as he threatened to enter the penalty area. Free kick England, and what a position for it. Just going to say, Jermaine, it does seem to be that Gareth Southgate has instructed an increase in pace.
Well, he had a really good look at this one, and Phil Foden's come out and started on the left-hand side now, and I think this is why there's such a clamour for Phil Foden to be in this team, because how quick he is and how skillful he is and the way that he manipulates the ball, especially against teams that are going to sit off. He just has that kind of, I'm not having this type mentality and I'm going to make something happen, and you need players like that in your team when you're playing up against a really stubborn side.
Again with no Trippier. Who takes this? Harry Kane, I think, wanted to say, but his free kick record is not great. He's walked away.
I think Rashford is definitely got his eye on this one. He seems much more intent to be hitting it, and rightly so. It's in a beautiful spot.
Scored as soon as he came on against Iran. His first major tournament goal. It's a Manchester United man to strike, however you look at it. And it is Rashford! And it is absolutely magnificent. What a strike from Marcus Rashford. Nothing Danny Ward could do. Right into the corner. He is back enjoying his football again. Scoring regularly for his country again.
Yeah, you could tell his eyes lit up when that free kick was given. He was over on it straight away, licking his lips, knowing exactly what he's capable of, and he just does. Danny Ward. It's the keeper's side. I think the keeper should do better. He takes one little step to his right-hand side. He thinks he's whipping it over the wall. He kids him, gets some whip and dip on it, and smashes it into that far corner. It's a brilliantly taken free kick. I do think the keeper will be disappointed, though, when he sees it again.
Wales 0, England 1. Marcus Rashford, MBE. And he's won the ball for it to go Kane's way, and there's Foden! England running away. It's a double quick Manchester 1-2. One red, one blue, 2 goals into the Welsh net.
Well, talk about stepping it up. They've come out in this second half with a real sharpness to their play, and they're getting their rewards. It was Rashford who started this on the press, winning the ball back. And Harry Kane, how many times do we see him do this? He doesn't even lift his head. He knows where he wants the ball, so that's exactly where he sticks it. Look at that appetite from Rashford. Comes to Harry Kane. Doesn't pick his head up once. Let me put that on a plate for you, Phil Foden. Go on, fill your boots and put us 2-0 up.
Harry Kane has gone from master goal scorer to creator supreme for club and country. And now Danny Gabidon. Wales 0, England 2. Is it kitchen sink time, or is it all too late?
Well, it's going to have to be now. It's really poor from Wales off the back of conceding a fantastic Marcus Rashford free kick to then shoot themselves in the foot, really looking to play out. Yes, it's brilliant from England in terms of the press, but Ben Davies giving the ball away, then Wales are core expansive, out of shape. Phil Foden just stealing in on that far post. He's not going to miss from there. Really poor couple of minutes from Wales after an excellent first half.
Harry Kane tripped himself up there. A little bit of pressure from Ramsey, but it is an England free kick. And there's a little bit of a swagger. England haven't won when it's been 0-0 at half-time in any of their last 6 World Cup games, but they are well and truly in the box seat now. Wales have to summon up everything that they've got left. Everything and more.
It's a tricky one for Wales, though, because you say that they can put as much energy as they want into this game, but in doing so, they're just going to be opening themselves up to more pain, I feel. But they've got it. They've got it in them. They've got that fight.
Ampadu. In a funny sort of way, it might just encourage a little bit more crispness in the Welsh play.
Quite possibly. Pressure's off a little bit now, you could say, but game plan certainly has to change now, and yes, it will open Wales up more, and England will look to take more advantage of that, but that's a risk that Wales need to take.
Ramsey in. Agonisingly close to Kiefer Moore's forehead. James. James has tried to bend it. Pickford, I think, just pulled his hands away, and he was momentarily struggling.
Well, in the end, it's neither a cross or a shot. The ball is almost too good. Conor Roberts to get on the end of, and half had Pickford interested, dive into his left, but better build-up play from Wales on our right-hand side, deep cross to the far post, and Daniel James probably the most advanced we've seen him in all of this game.
And all the noise is England noise. The red wall is silenced for now. No matter what happens in the rest of this, they will make themselves heard later. There's Ampadu and here's Moore. Moore's had a go, and Pickford, well, he was going the other way, just managed to adjust in the nick of time.
Reacts really well, Pickford. Kiefer Moore just dropping deep, and he's taking the shot on. Just nicks off the head. I think it's Harry Maguire. He has to react quickly, diving back to his right. Really strong right hand to push that away.
Visible Wales response. Ramsey. James cross. And the flag is up for offside, as Maguire did his usual thing anyway.
Really good goalkeeping from Jordan Pickford, and you look at Danny Ward, as JJ said, with that first goal, Fantastic strike by Marcus Rashford, but he'd be slightly disappointed. He just takes 2 steps, almost bounces 2 steps to the right, and I think he's expecting Rashford to dip it over the wall to his right-hand side, and he just catches him out. Possibly maybe just looking to the right as well to try and get a clear view of the shot, but the quality of the strike, and he's just not able to get back the other way, is he?
He's got to let the wall do its job.
Yeah.
He can't be guessing at that point. If anything, that ball just does not go in keeper's side, and it wasn't right in the side netting. You know, he should be getting there.
Well, at 2-0, Gareth Southgate has decided it's time for changes, and Kyle Walker has done his bit on his return to action after a groin surgery.
And he's looked sharp as well.
So on in his place for his first minutes at this World Cup, Trent Alexander-Arnold. Harry Kane's getting a breather, we expected that. Callum Wilson will come on for him. And Calvin Phillips enters the World Cup. He's been out for some time with a shoulder injury, and he will take over in the number 4 role from the number 4, Declan Rice.
Yeah, good to see some players get some minutes. Callum Wilson up top. Going to really enjoy this occasion. Deserves a rest. Declan Rice. And the skipper's done his bit with another assist.
And whilst England were making those changes, Wales were giving some treatment to Ben Davies. Sean Connolly's had to work hard tonight.
Maybe disappointed Ben Davies with his part in the second goal. Wales looking to play out, and he's normally fairly assured in possession of the football, but it has been an issue for Wales. Retention of the ball, options for players on the ball. He doesn't have one there. He tries to cut back inside. Goods from Rashford, and Harry Kane. How he even sees that pass, I'm not sure he does. He's just trying to put it into an area, just hoping someone's there.
He just knows where he wants the ball.
Yeah.
It happens a lot with strikers. They put it into the good area, knowing that people should be there, and this is just a technical bit of brilliance from Marcus Rashford, getting that movement on the ball, getting the whip and the dip, and look at the faces of those England fans patiently having to wait 45 minutes for that moment, but it was worth it when it came.
Well worth it for Marcus Rashford in particular. What a moment that must be. And Wales have had to make a change as well. So Joe Morrell comes on in place of Ben Davies. What's that done to the shape of the Wales team, Danny?
Yeah, it just looks like Connor Roberts might be the man that's gone into that left-back position. Possibly Ethan Ampadu now playing right-back. Morrell slotting into that midfield area alongside Joe Allen.
Morrell of Portsmouth. There's Ramsey. And there to nab it from him was Jordan Henderson. Henderson. Mepham. Callum Wilson will chase around, trying to force an error. And there's Phillips straight into the tackle on Allen. Calvin Phillips could do to get a little bit into his legs tonight. He's only played 4 times for Manchester City since his move from Leeds, all as a substitute.
I think it just shows you how much Gareth Southgate appreciates him, trusts him to do the job that's asked of him. But you're right, he needs some minutes in his legs.
And we've got a contest now with the Yorkshire Purlo against the Welsh Shabby. Phillips against Allen. Rodon. James. Rashford overtakes him. Henderson, oh, we heard that. Aaron Ramsey's foul, and Ramsey gets a yellow card straight away and immediately apologises to Liverpool's skipper.
Well, it sounded like a horrible one. Rashford did really well to track back and just take the ball off. Daniel James. Oh, yeah, they can be really sore, then. He's going for the ball, Aaron Ramsey, but yeah, that would have really rocked Jordan Henderson's ankle. That screams fully understandable now when you see that.
A 45-degree bend in the ankle there.
I think he does well, Jordan Henderson, to possibly carry on from this one. Excellent play from Rashford initially. He's done that on a number of occasions. Worked really hard for England on and off the ball. You know, but fantastic strike. Goal that he scored, but then Aaron Ramsey there just looking to do a similar thing and recover and make a tackle. And he is going for the ball, but just catches Henderson on the inside of the ankle. He just rolls it over.
Henderson's upright. Sunderland stock. He'll carry on. Captain of England now with Kane having left the field.
Some recovery that. I'm sure he needed the screen possibly, but did look like a nasty one. He's lucky to get away with that one. Seems to be okay.
Stones. Wilson loses out. Just caught Rodon as he jumped for that. Rodon has gone down on his haunches as a result.
He just heads the back of Callum Wilson's head as he's going for this. Yep, straight into the back of his head. Nowhere near the ball. It's a foul, if anything, on Callum Wilson.
Wilson's 6th cap. 2nd appearance at this tournament. Another who's been beset by so many injury problems the last couple of years, but he did everything he could to get fit for the tournament, score goals for Newcastle. 30. In all probability, he won't be in the party for USA, Mexico and Canada, should England qualify. And he's going to relish every minute of his chance in Qatar. Well, Danny, we're at 64 minutes nearly now. Is it the end of the road for Wales?
It's starting to look that way. Robert Page would be really disappointed with 2 goals conceded off the back of a well-organised first half, and defensive side of things didn't really offer too much going forward, but you can see 2 goals so quickly. 1 foul given away by Joe Rodon, and giving the ball away in a dangerous area.
Rashford offside. Mr. President in the house. Doesn't seem to have any friends sitting near him. Seats are so posh he has to sit on his own. An England change. Luke Shaw is off. And Kieran Trippier is going to get a go at left back.
Another solid display from Luke Shaw. Earning his rest this evening.
So England still have a couple of changes left available to them. Just looking at who hasn't had any minutes in the competition yet. Connor Cody, James Maddison, who is fit after a knee injury, and Conor Gallagher of the outfield players. Ben White is not on the bench, incidentally. He missed training yesterday due to feeling unwell. Roberts. Morel. Ward away. Rashford. Has to be a contender for player of the match.
Oh yeah, definitely. After that finish, and he's had some moments in the game, missed that early chance, but yeah, the way he stuck away that free kick, definitely puts him up there on the list. It's interesting, kind of when the game kind of like dies down a little bit and the crowd gets a bit quieter, you can only hear one voice for England, and it's Jordan Henderson. And you can fully understand why Gareth Southgate sticks him out there. Sometimes there's question marks as to why he's in the side, but he's bossing every single player around on that pitch.
You certainly won't hear those complaints in Liverpool, or in Sunderland for that matter. Jurgen Klopp said it from day one. He is almost having a member of the coaching staff on the field.
Yeah, he's an extension of the manager, isn't he? And even from a Welsh perspective, you know, what a fantastic player he is. I think he's underrated. He's the kind of player you'll never see a teammate saying anything bad about him. Anybody that plays with him understands the kind of job that he does for the team. He's a little bit of an unsung hero, and his communication skills are a huge part of his game.
Alexander-Arnold. Stones was teasing Kiefer Moore. He was always going back to Pickford. Trippier. Stones. Phillips. Over the top for Rashford. Wilson and Foden in the box. Rashford. Absolutely brilliant. A rejuvenated Marcus Rashford is running riot for England. And he's just brought up a milestone, because that is England's 100th goal scored at the World Cup finals, and he deserves to get it.
And it's a special one. And you know why? Because it's a team goal. It started at the back. They knocked it around beautifully. The ball from Calvin Phillips is right on the money. But the minute Marcus Rashford picks up this ball, he's got one thought in his mind: can I get a shot off? And he cuts inside, smashes it with his left foot at Danny Ward's feet. And it just goes right through him into the back of the net. Rashford in this kind of form, he's unstoppable. Too quick, too sharp, too confident, just too good.
Wales 0, England 3. 2 for Rashford, 1 for Foden. And we are seeing the confidence surge back into Marcus Rashford's play. We've seen it for Manchester United this season. We're seeing it now with the 3 lions on his shirt.
He's a man who's high on confidence. And the minute Connor Roberts lets him get in behind, he's in trouble. Allows Rashford to come inside, and that's when he needs a little bit of help, to be fair. I'm looking at the players inside of him. Maybe Joe Run, can he get across and help his teammate out? But magnificent individual goal. No real thought in his mind was there of him squaring that ball to another player.
It's a funny thing, rotation, isn't it? You know, all of a sudden you're looking at a player who has to start for England. 3 goals at the tournament, playing the way he is. You're a manager stood on that touchline. I don't see how you don't play Marcus Rashford.
There's more. Here's Alexander-Arnold for England. Looking for Wilson. And I think England fans can start to make a date now for Sunday. It'll be Senegal in the round of 16. Johnson. Stones gets it away. There's his Manchester City colleague Foden. Wilson's held that up nicely, but then a little too much adrenaline.
It's unlucky because it was a really nice play as well.
Allen. Same scoreline as when these nations last met in the Wembley friendly just over 2 years ago. England's 7th win in a row against Wales. Alexander-Arnold. Cut out by Morel, but only to present the ball to Wilson. Rashford goes inside, then outside. Rashford! Stopped by the left boot of Ward. He was close to scoring the 4th England hat-trick at a World Cup.
He was indeed. It's good play, though, between himself and Callum Wilson, who was just patient. He knew that Marcus Rashford was there and trying to find an angle to get a yard of space. Found him eventually. Ended up being a decent save from Danny Ward on that occasion.
Anybody racking their brains for the first 3 hat-tricks, they are quite easy. See what England do with this corner first, with Foden. Ward gets through the crowd. So Jeff Hurst, 66. Gary Lineker, 86. Harry Kane, 2018. And Wales all over the place right now, but a slip from Foden has helped Joe Rodon. And now Joe Allen gets it out. And here's Johnson, and they're turning defence into attack nicely and quickly. Johnson's shot, though, straight against Trippier.
It's a decent chance for Brennan Johnson on that occasion. Wales just evading the press, a little bit lucky with it. Joe Allen's able to get free and gets the ball into the feet of Brennan Johnson, and just needs to do something different there with the ball, maybe cut back inside, something Marcus Rashford-like, and makes it easy in the end for Trippier to get down the line of the shot.
Well, that slip from Phil Foden caused him a problem. He stayed down for quite a while after that. He's back up and running now. Marcus Rashford was just having a stretch as well, still is.
What's been really impressive about England as well, even at 3-0 dominating the game, still looking to press high from the front. Rashford, Wilson, Foden on that occasion as well.
It's when they're at their best. Whenever they're on the front foot, energetic, pressing teams, it just puts more energy in their performance. They seem to pass the ball better. I think that performance against USA, when they kind of sat off and tried to close down spaces by sitting into a mid or a low block on the pitch, it just doesn't suit the players they have.
Yeah, I think you look at, obviously, the likes of Sterling, Rashford, if you can win the ball high up the pitch, and teams are caught a bit more expansive, as you say, JJ, it just suits the players that they have more.
Definitely.
The eternal search goes on for the new Gaza, but you look at the likes of Foden and Maddison waiting in the wings, and even Conor Gallagher and plenty more others besides, and they play like kids. And I mean that in the best possible way. There's a freedom there. Enjoyment. England fans will be enjoying this. Wales fans need to keep that pride and just enjoy the memories that have been given to them by this team, not just in Qatar, but the road to this World Cup finals.
Yeah, there'll be lessons to learn after this tournament, I'm sure. You know, the performances haven't quite been to the level that Wales would have wanted, but for Wales to be back competing at this level on this stage is a massive achievement.
What a reception for Marcus Rashford, England's 2-goal superstar tonight.
And fully deserved as well. From start to finish, you could sense the appetite in him wanting to get himself on the score sheet, have an impact on this game. Lovely embrace from his manager, appreciating what was a top performance from him tonight.
Talking of enjoying football and enjoying life, Jack Grealish comes into the match. Great to see Marcus Rashford smiling on a football field. Just that rather lengthy period where it just seemed to be a bit of a chore. Johnson.
Oh my word.
Bellingham. Oh.
That was outrageous.
Alexander-Arnold. The brakes are off here. Wilson stopped in his tracks. Little tug on the arm of Morel from Alexander-Arnold. Wales change is going to see Dan James replaced by Harry Wilson. Fulham for Fulham. This must be hard, Danny.
It is. I'd much rather be here losing 3-0 than not being here at all. Here we go again.
It's Wilson. Bellingham is on the run. Stopped by Ward first time, and it wouldn't reach Foden second time. He did get to it, but there were defenders close by as well.
Well, there's no doubt when Wilson picked up this ball, he was thinking, could he get a shot off himself? But he picks the right decision. Bellingham would be disappointed he didn't get as much angle on that as he'd have liked. Good save from Danny Ward. And this one's just behind Phil Foden. He's just trying to get anything on it to guide it towards goal. It's never going to happen, though.
Ward goes long looking for more. Morel. Roberts. Now Mepham. Ampadu. All that seems left for Wales is to try and get a goal before this day is done.
Yeah, it would be nice, and you know, pride is at stake now. It really is. You don't want this to really get messy. It has been ragged from Wales in this second half. The goals that they've given away, they'll be really disappointed with that.
The second one from Phil Foden was the absolute dagger.
In fairness to England, they've been really professional throughout this evening. They continued with the same methods: press from the front, do it as a team, win the ball back, try and make something happen. Here's Phil Foden going at it again, not letting off.
Bellingham. Referee's called for a halt so that Joe Allen can take a moment. I thought he was tying his bootlaces, but he's taken a blow to the top lip, I think.
That is the case. Someone who was struggling coming into this tournament with a hamstring injury.
It was touch and go.
Yeah, touch and go. He's going to be ready, so just really hope that isn't a hamstring again.
Did you say he thought the referee was stopping the game for him to tie his bootlaces?
Well, he went down as though he was tying his bootlaces.
Have you ever seen that before?
No, but I've seen some strange refereeing decisions at a few games at this tournament.
What a bad shout that was.
Looks like Ruben Colwell's going to be coming on, and with the lack of football Joe Allen has had, and with this game at 3-0, could possibly be questioning why Joe Allen wasn't maybe brought off a little bit earlier as well.
You know, fair play to him, he's been out there nowhere near 100%, has he?
He's had to work hard.
Another Wales player that's just been unbelievable for his country for so many years. Big part of, obviously, the team that has had so much success, and teams that you've been a part of, Danny.
And he goes off now for 20-year-old Ruben Colwell of Cardiff City to come on. Only his 8th cap. What a place to get it. Grealish. Stones. Grealish. Bellingham. Booted away by Colwell. And then by Maguire. Emphatically so. Oh, boos around the stadium when Gianni Infantino's image just lit up the big screen. Wilson. Sitting off now. Not many minutes away from patting themselves on the back for a good job done, but defending to be done first. Wales have a free kick, won by Kiefer Moore. Harry Maguire says he was the player fouled. I think that's evidence to the contrary.
Yeah, tug on the shirt initially from Kiefer Moore, and then he just clips the heels and actually had John Stones around on the cover, but I'm not sure how Maguire was aware of that and just felt the need with Kiefer Moore the other side of him to bring him down.
Got to have a go from here, surely, eh?
100%. He's more than capable as well, Harry Wilson.
Jordan Pickford is getting himself ready. The determination and angst of a goalkeeper. He desperately wants a clean sheet. You'd think it was 0-0 by Jordan Pickford's body language. Up steps Wilson, straight into the solidly built wall. Mepham. Roberts. Moore. Roberts. Colwell. Kiefer Moore down. Roberts gets it in, and it was almost laid into Ramsey, and that was a blast from Colwell that's gone high.
Good composure from Wales in possession of the football. Wilson just looking to play, and Ramsey in. Ball just coming out to Colwell. Takes the strike on, but just slicing across it. Only a half chance. Wales fans still showing their appreciation.
And they're just for the closing stages, going to get into full voice now. Talking of that red wall, we must pass on our condolences to the family and friends of Kevin Davis, Wales fan from Pembrokeshire, who passed away in Qatar on a trip out here with his son. His team have done him proud by being here.
They certainly have. The fans have travelled in their numbers. They've been absolutely outstanding. They've been behind the team in every game. So proud of what the players have achieved over the last 6-7 years, and they'll want to be back here again. So the fallout that's going to come, when Wales get back home, some questions will be asked of why they haven't performed to the levels that they probably should have. You're looking at some of the senior players, one or two of them might call it a day. So then it's about the younger players coming through, the likes of Ruben Colwell, the likes of Brennan Johnson. How do Wales rebuild a team to continually play on this stage?
Wilson had accounted for Chris Mepham well and truly there.
Still out of England in the high pressing, fantastic attitude, even at 3-0.
Moore. Back to Colwell, who's had plenty of World Cup touches. That one was a bit heavy.
And that's one of the things Wales need to look at, I think, moving forward, in terms of the philosophy and what we do in possession of the football. You know, we really have struggled over these 3 games with teams that have pressed high and really been energetic. There's just not been enough kind of options on the ball, not enough movement, fluidity, not enough composure. I think that's something Wales can get better at in the future.
Just saw the standings pretty much confirming that it's England through in first and USA in second. Here's Kiefer Moore. Kiefer Moore will get the shot away, but John Stones just wouldn't get out of his way. He was making it difficult the whole time.
He didn't really fall for it, did he, John Stones? He just stays on his feet. Good play from Kiefer Moore to get the ball down. He's just looking to manoeuvre half a yard for a strike, but John Stones in closer tens, he just can't find that angle for the shot.
It's funny, isn't it, when you look at that kind of picture there, and John Stones' face is just the picture of calm.
Yeah.
He's in control of almost what Kiefer Moore wants to do. He's blocking off all the angles where he wants to shift it and get a shot off. And that was the result of that really good defending.
I'm saying about confirming, it is still only 1-0 to the USA in the other game, so the Iran equaliser would have them finish in second place. As it stands, it's going to be the USA against the Netherlands on Saturday and England against Senegal on Sunday. Gareth Southgate's attentions will turn to that soon. Jermaine, Senegal, that's not going to be a walk in the park.
Well, this is it at this point. Once you get to the knockout stages, there's no easy games. They're all there for a reason. And I think that's why today's been a really good exercise for England as well. They've been able to rest some bodies, get some players scoring goals and get some minutes into other players as well. Put in a good performance. You know, you put that USA performance to bed as well. Don't be any boos tonight. England fans are going to be going home very happy with what they've seen from the players. So they're going to be going into that game against Senegal full of confidence. There's no doubt about that.
Phillips. Alexander-Arnold. Stones took a shove in the back from Kiefer Moore. Gareth Southgate's record after this game is going to be 16 games at major tournaments, 10 wins, the most by any England manager.
It's unbelievable when you hear the numbers. That there is any criticism at times. You just can't argue with what he produces at major tournaments. I know there's always talk of wanting to open this team up, play with the freedom, but it can be tricky at major tournaments. You've got to plot your way through, and you know, this was one of those games he felt like he could open up, and the team have performed in that way.
Is it not the case though that the freedom is there just at the right moments?
Well, that's exactly it. Yeah, that's, you know, I think in the game against USA he entered into it with caution, and in doing so sometimes you get an odd performance, but guess what, they didn't lose the game, which enables them to come to this one and play with a bit more freedom. And it's just, that's the understanding of being in the position. He's gaining all the experience of being in the big moments in that dugout and making the big decisions. And what's it, 10 in 16? Yeah. Well, that's the result of good management.
Oh, for Jack Grealish, he takes plenty of those. And the other thing is, he picks his team and he's the man responsible for it. The team isn't picked by committee, even though we all have a say. Used to be picked by committee. Back in 1950, the committee decided that Stanley Matthews shouldn't play. Walter Winterbottom, the manager, didn't have a say in that, and England lost 1-0 to the US.
Yeah, and isn't that what he should be judged by, Gareth Southgate? His performances in the tournaments. There was a lot of negativity.
Oh, Waltz hesitated, and Callum Wilson tries to take advantage. There's Alexander-Arnold. Wilson up there again, working everything to try and find a chance for himself, although he's unselfish, as we've seen at this tournament. Roberts has got it out, and it has gone out already. It's going to be a corner. Sorry, Danny, you were saying?
Yeah, I think that's what Gareth Southgate should be judged on. Major tournaments. There was a lot of negativity surrounding England going into this one off the back of some iffy results around the Nations League and what have you, and you can't fault his record at major tournaments. And now it's just about England kind of going that, can they go that one step further?
And it comes from Foden. Too deep. Ollie Maguire's kept it alive, and it's over the top from John Stones. It had to be 4.
Oh, he'll be devastated. He's played really well, John Stones. His centre-back partner does his job, keeps it alive at the back post, and play with the technical ability of John Stones. I expect him to hit the target with that. And so does he.
Talking of 4, we are into stoppage time and 4 minutes was indicated. Nearly a minute and a half into that. Foden. England free kick. I think Wales just want to hear the whistle now. Go over to that red wall and all the other Wales fans inside the Ahmed bin Ali Stadium. Take the acclaim. Thank the supporters for what they've brought to the tournament. And go and relax and pat themselves on the back.
I'm not sure if they'll be patting each other on the back too much. There'll be there'll be disappointment from the players, but as you say, Guy, in time there'll be a realization as well about what this kind of group of players have achieved, and they'll want to be back here again another 4 years' time. They won't get any criticism from the fans, they really won't.
There will be Wales supporters already looking at the USA, Mexico and Canada in 2026. And the Euros in Germany. 2024, that'll be here before we know it.
Yeah, well, that's what it's all about for this Wales team now, qualifying continually for major tournaments. Back-to-back Euros, now a World Cup. It's about kind of regenerating the team now off the back of this tournament, but continuing to be competitive at this level.
Phillips. Bellingham. It's Phillips. Bellingham again. Sorry if I say his name a little differently, but I can't help but smile whenever I do. Grealish keeps his balance. Tried to feed Wilson with a goal. Wilson battles through. Grealish has got it again, and now it's Foden, and there wasn't a way through the legs.
England just having fun now, going through the gears. Bellingham and Grealish linking up. Party tricks are coming out.
And Jermaine, just in these last stages, we've had Danny's Welsh view. From England's point of view tonight, is it pretty much a star performance?
Yeah, in my opinion, I thought they were very patient in that first half. They earned what they did in the second half. Some brilliant individual performances. I thought collectively as a group without the ball, top draw, winning it back. Very good, very, very good.
And England win to see them top the group. And a date with Senegal on Sunday awaits. For Wales, it's back to the green grass of home after an historic first World Cup finals since 1958. England's win, made in Manchester. 2 goals for Marcus Rashford, 1 in between from Phil Foden. Wales 0, England 3.
Fabulous performance in the second half from England. 2 goals for Marcus Rashford and 1 there for Phil Foden. Also a chance to give other players a game. They came on. Disappointment, of course, for Wales, who this tournament ends tonight. Let's have a look at Group B. England finished top and will take on Senegal at 7 p.m. on Sunday. That's live on well, ITV. USA looks set to join them in the last 16. The game's not quite finished yet. They would face the Netherlands on Saturday if they hold on to beat Iran. Sadly, Wales go out